Deep Austin fishing friends, good to see you all out again. We're having a blast out here. Got another really good top pro coming in, Dennis Tietje.
Nice to meet you.
Really a pleasure to meet you. And you've been out here punching it really hard. You're just a neighbor. You're a next door neighbor.
That's right, South Louisiana. It's not that far, you know. In the grand scheme of the United States, we travel from coast to coast. It was just like going to the grocery store.
So it's not a hard trip, right? See, we talk about distance in hours,
right?
You know, so it doesn't scare us. You could, we're going to go to Austin. So
everybody says, "How far are you driving?" Like 14, 15 hours. What? I'm like, well, that's just half a day.
Yeah. How many miles? Well, I don't know. We got to stop. It's pretty good though. Well, it's really good to see you out here. I understand you haven't been feeling good this week.
No, it's been a challenge this week. I'll break it down for you. I got here and I was pretty sick for practice. I didn't get to practice. I've never been to Lake Travis. And for one thing, it's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Okay, we travel all over the country. Lake Travis it looks like you took some of the Ozarks and just dropped it off.
It's real similar.
It's very
canyons,
similar.
And it's a deep lake. It's a little unique for what we've done.
Right, and it holds tremendous amount of fish. But I was sick and I didn't get to practice. And I tell you, for the first day of the tournament, not only was I sick, but right off the bat, I started passing a kidney stone. And I fished all day yesterday with a kidney stone. And
you're kidding.
I'm like driving down the lake and big tears coming out my eyes, you know, hitting waves. And unfortunately this morning I threw in the towel and I dropped out of the event.
You did.
Before daylight this morning.
And you're here now?
I ended up passing the kidney stone about 2.5 hours ago. And look, man, I'm good. I'm ready.
Did you take morphine? Or
no.
what?
It was a boy, though.
It was a boy. You know, I got a lot of respect for that. I passed one when I was 38 years old, and I didn't know it till later. But they said, well, now when women tell you about childbirth, you've given childbirth.
Oh, yeah.
It was a boy?
It was a boy. It was definitely a boy.
A big boy?
Oh, yeah. I've had several, so, you know, I kind of get accustomed to them. I hate to say that, but unfortunately it happened during the tournament. And, you know, doing what we do, you really don't have sick leave, you know, and then you fight through it and you put it behind you, and hey, you know, our next event's in Harris Chain in Florida.
Right.
And so, you know.
Zigzag back. So, see, friends, you want to get out and play with the big boys, there's no sick days, and there's y'all have passed the stone, you know.
You know, and it's crazy. Everybody says, you know, man, how do you fish sick? You know, I was just thinking back, you know, I fished with herniated disc in my back. You know, I fished with fever. I fished with shingles. And that was almost the worst thing I'd ever done. Fished with a sprained ankle. You know, you just don't, I mean, you have to just go.
It's your paycheck, so you got to get it.
You know, it's been part of my life, I guess, because I was a farmer by trade. Okay, I raised rice and crawfish, and, you know, we work around the clock.
You got whip feet?
Just about. Just about, you know, and not, you know, being your own employer and employee, I was the show. So, you know, you learn to work through pain, and this is no different. We're just having fun working through pain.
So when you come out on the road like this, you bringing family with you too?
You know, my wife came out and met me this time. Most of the time I travel alone. But, you know, it's inconvenient at all the far places for the family to come. But when they can, they do.
And has this been your first time coming to Central Texas fishing here?
Oh no, you know, I've fished around, but I've never fished here at Lake Travis. You know, I actually, the last 6 years, I've been on the Bassmaster Elite Tour.
Oh, that's right.
And so this is the first year that I'm actually fishing on the FLW Tour. So you know, it's a new experience for me also.
And they both have a different flavor. It's totally this is real family oriented. Real access to the anglers. You know, I really like that about FLW, and they you know, it's a lot like the tournaments that we do here, but just on a bigger scale.
Right. So, it's a big family. It's a big club tournament, if you wanna call it that. But yeah, you know, and just like me being sick today, my phone rang several times from the people at FLW checking on us.
Just making
just
that's
you know,
really good.
I mean, we're part of their family.
Yeah, I see a support network. Yeah, I ran in and met Scott Ellison and how he's managing things, and those guys are doing a good job.
But one thing I gotta, now we travel everywhere, and I can't find anybody that can cook me some crawfish.
That's right. You're a crawfish guy, right?
I'm a crawfish guy.
You even got your own pattern.
Look at that. I got crawfish crawling everywhere. No, I actually raised crawfish for over 40 years. I'm not young. I'm in my 50s, but we've raised them as a family for a long, long time.
Right.
And I mean, big scale production.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. So you're not kidding when you say you're into the...
Oh no, I mean we'll catch 400,000 to 500,000 pounds a season.
So you've got a farm down in Louisiana. You're doing that?
Down east of Lake Charles, right on I-10. If you ever drive through there, you'll see these rice paddies, rice fields. They're flooded and got these little red top traps out there. A lot of people don't really know what they are, but that's crawfish traps.
Well, then you tell me, how do you know when they're ready? Because we just eat them when we get them.
Well, basically when you can catch them, when you can catch them, they're ready. There is one deal that as I grew, and I've always liked to fish, but I never really knew that I would do it to this extent.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah.
And
you're falling.
I had a job, and a lot of times my friends would call me and say, "Hey, Dennis, what color are the crawfish now?"
Okay.
Well, I tell them, and that didn't mean nothing to me. Okay.
Right.
But it all makes sense now.
Yeah.
Okay, because when we're selecting our baits and buddy, there's hundreds of different species.
The variables, right? Oh, really? So species?
So
really?
I mean, you can't just take a crawfish from, say, Michigan and think it's going to be the same color as it is in Louisiana.
Right.
It's not going to happen. But just say that, and you take the red swamp crawfish, which is the main species across the South. Okay, and watching it change colors from baby to adult, and you can start looking at those time frames and what causes those changes,
right?
And you can help yourself select.
Right. And you know a lot about habitat and how they act, so that's a real good thing.
It is, and at the end of the day, to make it real simple for most people, and most people can't afford to go out there and buy 100 different colors of crawfish.
Yeah, good.
Okay?
Good.
They need 3 colors of crawfish.
Okay? Write this down. 3 colors.
I mean you got to understand when a crawfish is born, okay? Crawfish come out the ground. Okay, now we're going to start from the hatching, okay? Crawfish.
This is good. We're getting a lesson here.
Crawfish come out the ground in September and October. When it gets cold, when it starts to cool.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so they come out with their eggs, and they hatch them on their tail. Okay, about November, just a few weeks, those babies are on the tail by the thousands.
Right.
One crawfish.
Yeah.
And they're very, very little.
Like little spiders.
They actually just flick and they just disperse out there, okay? I've never seen a baby crawfish from this big to this big that wasn't green pumpkin.
Really? So they start out as green?
They start out as green pumpkin. I don't care where.
And that's pretty small. They're tiny.
That's right. And now there's a lot of factors that'll keep them green pumpkin color, for a month or two.
Right.
But at the end of the day, as the waters heat, as the sunlight penetrates, as they grow, a lot of factors, they're gonna turn orange.
And it's not like a yellow to orange thing.
Well, they
pretty quick.
They can get the tips of their pinchers, and the tops of their shell will start being a darker orange, depending on the color of the water or the vegetation that they're eating, and then their growth cycle. Okay, as long as they're growing fast and molting, they really change the skin off.
Right.
Okay, when they do
How
that.
often does that happen?
Well, it really is dictated on temperature swings. Okay, say it gets cold, or say it's warm, okay, for a week. And these crawfish are getting active and they're eating, and then bam, you get a cold front and it goes down to 25, 30 degrees. Those crawfish are like anything else. They bury. They'll get under whatever they
Find
can.
a little more warmth.
They're going to get insulated. They're going to get in grass, and they become dormant.
Oh.
Okay. Now what happens is they've been eating for a week. They're fat. Now they sit there and they're not moving, so they're growing.
No metabolism.
Now they have to shed that skin that's confining them, so they slough it off. Well, now they're actually dormant for a little while because they're soft.
They have no protection.
And then it don't take them long, 2 or 3 days. They get hard, and buddy, then they go again. Okay, so as long as those temperature swings, they stay a lot more pumpkins and watermelon colors. Okay.
So in the winter time, is there no production at all?
No, actually, they're out during the winter time. They're growing during the winter time.
This is when this cycle is happening,
right,
from September on.
So as the water's warm and it stabilizes in the spring, then they start becoming orange. Okay, and the older they get and the more sunlight, the darker they get, which comes out to your black and blues or
dark red.
Right. You know, so that's the basics. You know, you have.
So we got green pumpkin, and then we've got orange transition.
And you got black and blue.
And then you got the dark.
You know, if you go up into your clear water, your deep lakes like here, you'll have what they call a deep water crawfish that has a lot more white.
Yeah, they're lighter color.
Okay, they're a whole lot lighter color.
So when they come up into the light, they change.
They will change. It's just like taking. I don't care what color crawfish you take.
Yeah.
And you throw it into a hot boiling pot of water, what color is it going to get?
It's going to get red, yeah.
As your water gets hot, as your sunlight heats it, that crawfish is going to do the same thing in nature.
And size of the crawfish, is that the
you can have a red crawfish.
Or do they just keep growing as they eat?
Yeah, and you know, they'll only get so big. You know, I've seen them 4 to a pound, okay, which is a really big crawfish. You have some of the big giant crawfish, say in Table Rock and your northern lakes that have their greens and blues. And
what's the best eating crawfish?
Oh, it's the red swamp crawfish.
The red swamp, the ones you grow. That's where the money is. Right?
Yeah, the ones with the yellow fat in the tail. You know, a lot of people, they take that and they clean that off. That's the best flavor of the crawfish. Don't clean it off.
Tell me about this color. Is that the color that you laid in there?
No, actually the orange and green.
Camo pattern?
There is a story behind that. Whenever Bass Pro Shop, you know, I've been with Bass Pro Shop now for 22 years.
That's a long time for
me. When I qualified to go on the elite tour, they said, "Man, we need to know your colors." I said, "Well, I really didn't know because blue was my favorite, but you know, Rick Klung was blue back then, and I didn't want to be that color, you know." And anyway, my 2 boys were there, and we looked at my boys and said, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And one of them said green, and one said orange.
There it is.
And there it is.
So look at you now.
So I got inked, you know. So it's all come full circle. You know, and then, you know, sponsors.
Yeah, tell me about your sponsors. You've got more than that. I mean, you've got a booze sponsor.
You know,
that I heard.
The thing is,
you bring a bottle.
I do. You know, we have Bayou Rum, which the distillery. Actually, it was talked about in a duck blind.
Really?
Some of my friends, they actually came up with the idea. And now they're the largest privately owned distillery in America.
Really?
And it's in South
And it's sugarcane distilled rum.
It's sugarcane distilled rum. And I mean, it is really something to see the process. But I told them, I said, you know, I've got rum to put you to sleep,
2 minutes? Hey, got any questions coming up? We got anybody looking at any big questions?
Let's see, questions.
We got to make sure Dennis is taken care of. He got his Bayou Rum. You've got your lodge going too.
You know, right next to Bayou Rum, not far, there's Garcia Lodge. You know, it's a place that everybody wants to come fish. Absolutely, look it up, BayouRum.com.
Okay. Bayou Rum.
GarciaVanLodge.com.
You're gonna have to spell that.
Where it's GROSSESAVANNE.
Grossevan.
That's it. It's big pasture.
I feel French now.
That's right.
Are you Cajun French?
No, actually I'm not. You know.
You're not?
You know, I live like 2 miles above the accent line, so I don't.
Accent
you know, I can't understand.
That's like
them.
me too.
Yeah, I can't understand them either. You know. So, but yeah, you know, I have Community Coffee and another sponsor I have here in Texas is Hard Eight Barbecue.
Oh, Hard Eight.
You know, most of y'all are probably familiar with Hard Eight. You know, they have one of the best seasonings out there and the best places to eat. So you know, hey, I can relax you in the evening, I can feed you at day, and I can wake you up with community coffee in the morning.
You come to Texas, you got a place to eat. And
that's right. We're full range.
Well, Dennis, man, before you go, if you guys come out tonight, you get to meet the pros, and they'll sign something for you. So I'm going to get you to sign me one of your 8x10s here.
I sure will.
And it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight. And you sticking around for a while? Are you going to be around?
I'll be here for several hours.
People come in. It's we're not even quite 7 o'clock tonight. So
I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. You guys come on out and see Dennis. He'll be here. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
And I think we're good if we got a producer up on here. Bo, anything else from the friends?
No, we're good.
Okay. Y'all stick around. We got some more people coming up. Bo's got somebody on deck. About a 15-minute turnaround.
James is going to be up on the tank.
Yeah.
Throwing a spoon.
So we're going to see that here shortly.
All right, guys.
See y'all. Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Keep Boston fishing. You got a sticker?
What's that?
Get you a sticker.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
You got your other Texas favorite on there, too.
Yeah.
We own a Gaddy.
Oh, that's awesome. We had too much to talk about.
Yeah.
I know, man. He covered it. How long were we, Bo?
I don't know.
You need any